I'm back. It's once again been several months since I've posted. I don't know why this channel has a pattern of just me having a lot of motivation, making something, editing it, posting it, and not doing that again until about 4 months later, but I have returned, and this time I do have the intention of actually putting time in and having more consistent videos. And speaking of consistency, today is going to be the first of a series that I'm planning. It's going to be called Advice of a Young Creative. So basically it's going to be shorter videos that talk about things that I sort of live by through experience, or lessons that I've learned, things that I've been told that have just really changed my life, whether it be in the way that I design, the way that I work and create art, or the way that I live or look at life itself. So I just want to share some snippets, some things that I really feel like have impacted me positively that I think a lot of people sort of don't even realize, but when you hear it, you're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So I hope that this series is helpful and that you learn something. And today, the first thing I want to talk about is follow your creative urges. So for me, I am an artist of many facets. I like to design, I like to sew garments, but I also like to draw and paint. I make a lot of jewelry. I have a small business where I sell those things, so I have a lot of small ideas, I have a lot of big ideas, I have a lot of random motivation that comes to me to create certain items, and it might be something that I haven't worked on in a long time, or it might be something completely new where I just get a huge dopamine hit that my brain tells me you need to work on this right now, and I feel so inspired. And what I've learned over time is to completely follow that. Just listen to that. Even if you're working on something, you might be in the middle of a painting and your brain says, I need to sew right now because I have literally the best idea. Just go for it. Because I think that motivation, that artistic just passion that you get in that moment, even if it's out of nowhere and it seems strange and it's like a total distraction, is so like pure and powerful that if you really just go with it, you might create something amazing. And that being said, when I say drop what you're doing and go do it, I realize that at certain times something might be time sensitive or you're already really enveloped in it, and that spark really is sort of just a distraction. In that case, the best thing you can do is draw and write and, communicate this whole idea that you have onto paper, so that everything that's in your mind right now, all this excitement and like these ideas that you're getting, are there, so that when you're finished with this, or when you have another time where you're able to work on that, you can just go and like totally finish that because you actually have the time and the ideas. Because there are also times where you have all the time in the world and the ideas aren't coming to you. So also, when I say follow your creative urges, I don't just mean when you happen to get a really good idea, go work on it. I'm sort of also speaking of, in general, if you're working with one medium, if you're working on one hobby, one passion of yours, and it's sort of not feeling that exciting, or you're just not really, even, let's say you're taking an art class and you're working on something for it, but you just don't feel that inspired, but for whatever reason you feel that you really want to be working on this other piece of art, I really recommend that you do that, because that will spark your creativity more, and you'll likely have more motivation to do the other thing that you are feeling less passionate about, because you're sort of following your creativity, you're listening to your right brain, and that can really get you more pumped up for the other things you're working on. In general, as somebody who works with a lot of different mediums and sort of has a lot of projects going on at any given moment, I'm very like split-brained, it's never just one thing. I notice that my best work comes from me just following whichever thing is calling me for whatever reason. I just feel like I need to work on something. For whatever reason, it feels really exciting to me at that moment. It's just grabbing me. If I just hyper-focus on it, I really create amazing work. So to sum up this rambling, just really listen to your creative brain, and if you get a really good idea and you have a lot of motivation, go do it. Go work on it. You will not regret it. you might make something amazing. It is summer and I'm a student, so I have a lot more time now than I usually do, so I really hope to actually stay true to my goals with YouTube. I have a lot of different hobbies, but I'm really feeling passionate right now and I want to get some videos out because I've had some really good feedback and I really appreciate the subscribers. I can't believe I'm over 200, and all of your likes and comments and everything. I'm super excited to work on more projects, more videos. I really think that this one's going to be something that people might enjoy, and also I've got a lot of other ideas, drag related and art related, so please stick around. So in conclusion, follow those creative urges, hope you enjoyed, stick around for the next one, and stay tuned.